My dad says that a lot of people don't understand gardening. Plants grow, they die, they grow again, and then they die. That's just how it works. My mum says that a lot of people don't understand me. I'm okay, and then I cry. I'm happy for a while, and then I want to die. That's just how I've always been. My dad was the one who broke down the bathroom door. My mum was the one who rode with me in the ambulance after she got up from breaking down in tears on the floor. I remember changing my settings on my phone so they could get in without the passcode. I left a note open in my reminders. It's nobody's fault and I love you, with the names of my family members. I remember that I couldn't even think of a friend to add to the list, let alone to text or call. I didn't have anyone who I thought would have cared. I didn't think anyone would have cared at all. Maybe that night would have gone differently if I wasn't on drugs, but nothing would have swayed me, not a kind word or a hug. I felt like I had zero control while my mind was in that state. The only way I felt anything at all was when I'd try to self-medicate. I remember the relief after I made my decision. Then I locked the bathroom door. And I remember that the water washed away the tears and all the blood, so I just kept on cutting deeper until I bled some more. Depression makes me think everyone is out to get me. It makes me believe they want me to be anything but happy. Depression makes me think I'm louder and it makes me think I'm bigger. Always making too much noise and taking up too much space. It makes me feel like a nuisance. Everywhere I am, I feel out of place. It makes me feel talentless and stupid and pathetic and small. Even things I'm told I'm good at, it makes me not want to do them at all. It's my hell, but it feels like home. I always want to be alone. It makes me fear any future and dread growing old. In the heat of summer, it can still make me feel cold. It's like being forced to live with someone I can't stand. It doesn't quietly hum in the background of my mind. It lives at the forefront, screaming its demands. It makes sadness and self-doubt as constant as the breaths I take. It's a heavy weight of negativity that I can never ever shake. It's forcing myself to make conversation with family, friends, even cashiers. Trying to smile and be polite while constantly on the verge of tears. It makes my memory all but completely disappear. Things I usually look forward to turn into things I fear. It makes easy tasks feel like a chore. Trying to eat breakfast or just get dressed turn into feeling like a failure and curling up on the floor. Sometimes my biggest accomplishment for a week, a day, or just a night is laying in the comfort of my bed, actively trying to not want to die. My dad washed my blood from out of the bath and told my siblings that I was going to be okay. My mum cleaned and bandaged my wounds for me every single day. From where I was then, I think I've come pretty far. I still get asked a lot about my depression and my scars, how and when and what and why, but most commonly I'm asked, how did you get through it? How did you want to stay alive? Recovery isn't immediate, it's anything but neat. You don't take a pill, go for a jog and then wake up complete. I'm not what you'd call better, but I'm not doing so bad. I'm still a happy person, I just get really sad. Healing isn't linear, it doesn't work that way. It's messy and it's tedious and I'll never really be okay. My dad is now called Granddad and my mum is called Lola. They're both a huge source of love and support to both myself and my baby daughter. My dad now is someone else, excited as he is about his garden. My mum is the apple of my little girl's eye and she still reminds me to take my medication. I still avoid telling people. Talking about it is still hard, but keeping it together doesn't make you any better. It takes guts to fall apart. It's not a phase or a mood swing, it's a serious illness. I had to let that sink in before starting the long healing process. I'm glad I stuck around for the days that are good and the ones that aren't too. Some nights I go to bed happy and fulfilled. Some days still, I barely manage to get through. I wish that happiness was as permanent as my scars, but they're proof that I'll get through it like I have done in the past. They remind me of how much I'm healing, both my inner and outer scars, while I'm still trying to nurture and piece together my broken parts and breathe through the times I feel like I'm suffocated, survive through the moments that I wish I was dead, get back up after wilting like flowers in a garden bed, and grow from the same parts of me that I once bled.